Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Oski's Kitchen. My name is Michael Shefsky, and guess what? I'm the chef of this kitchen. And if you're tuning in today, which you are, good to see you. I'm hoping you're the chef of your kitchen, or trying to be, and that's what I'm here to help you do. Cooking's fun. Remember, you're not gonna hurt the food, okay? It's not gonna hurt you. Just give it a shot. And if you're gonna cook it for your family, cook it, they'll come, believe me. So today, look, I've been making a lot of different dishes, mostly dinner dishes, a lot of Polish dishes. Of course, that's what I kind of live on and love. I made a few other side dishes. I made some chili, a pasta dish, but one thing I haven't made yet is a great breakfast dish. You can go all out and have a breakfast dish and go crazy, but I got a simple one for you today. Look, if you're having people staying over at the house for the holidays or something, you want to put a breakfast together in the morning, this is the one you want to do. It's very simple to do. You can make it the night before, you throw it into a baking dish, and then we're going to bake it. So this is called a Mediterranean oven omelet bake. It's awesome. It really is. I love it, but my family loves it, so hopefully that you guys can put this together for yourself and make it. Very simple to make, very simple ingredients. Look, we're going to use spinach, 8 ounces of spinach. This is 16 ounces. I'll use half of it. I'm going to chop it up, okay? Now, here's something you got to pay attention to. The recipe typically calls for almond milk. Now, if you have folks in your house that have some nut allergies and things like that, just use regular milk. It's fine. I'll show you how much to use here in a little bit. Salt, little pinch of salt. We're going to use some olive oil. I'll show you what that's for. Artichoke hearts. It calls for 12 ounces of artichoke hearts. These are about 7.5 a piece, so we can use the whole thing. That's 15. It's not going to hurt. It's going to be better for you. What we'll do with the artichokes is put it in a strainer. Just strain it out so the juices are gone out of it, and we'll chop that up as well. Dill. Dill is great. Lemon pepper. It's a great Mediterranean add. Oregano leaves. We use some garlic. And of course, feta cheese. What Mediterranean dish doesn't go with feta cheese? So I love Mediterranean food. Believe me, Polish food is my favorite. There's no doubt about it. But Mediterranean's, maybe a distant second, but it's still really up there for me. So I love the taste of it. And then finally, of course, eggs. I'm gonna use a dozen eggs. I'm gonna show you how to make this up. It's really simple to do. We're gonna preheat the oven at 375, and then once we get everything put together and put it into a baking dish or a cast iron pan, we're gonna pop it in for about 40 minutes, bring it out, and you're done. You can feed your family. This is fantastic, great to do. So what we're gonna do, let's get to work, chop up some spinach, and then we're gonna go to the hot spot, saute it up a little bit, and get ready to go. See you right here in a little bit. All right, great. So we are back now. What I've done, I've already chopped up about, 8 ounces of spinach, and in my pan here, I've put about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use any kind of oil, but I like olive oil for this kind of stuff. That's going to help saute the spinach. And get all the spinach in here, making a mess. Then we're going to take the spinach and put it in here. Pick up our droppings. Remember, if it doesn't fall on the floor, it's still free game because it's on the stove, okay? So let's put some more in here. What I'm going to do is take the garlic. I have about, calls for 2 cloves. I say a little bit more is fine. This is probably about 3, maybe 4, who knows. All right, cool. So there's our garlic, there's our spinach. What we're gonna do is we're gonna saute this, mix it up, mix it in with the olive oil, and just soften it a little bit, probably 2 to 3 minutes. Not a big deal, very easy step. And then after this is ready, after it's sauteed up, we're gonna take it back over and start putting everything back together, and then we're about done. This is a fantastic, easy breakfast. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. Hey, we did a great job. Look at our spinach, nice and sauteed. You just don't want to overdo it. You want to just soften it a little bit. And then, of course, with the garlic and everything, all making one big happy family in there. We're gonna add this to our mixture here in a minute. Very simple. This is what we do. We're at the end of pretty much of the cooking process. I've already preheated my oven at 375, so it's ready to go, waiting for us, going, come on, man, put that thing in there, we're ready to cook. So what we have to do is put everything together. So here we go. Eggs, we're gonna do eggs, 12 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and break 12 eggs in here. We're gonna add the artichokes. What I've done with the artichokes, I just chopped them up a little bit on the cutting board just to make them a little bit more bite-sized, manageable within the dish. And then we're gonna add our spices and our milk and all that kind of stuff. So, that being said, I'm gonna start cracking some eggs. Here we go. So, 12 eggs, a dozen, in our bowl. We're ready to mix it up. What we add one next, we want to take those wonderful artichoke hearts, Very good for you. You want to add that together, and we're going to mix up the eggs and artichoke parts real quick. Next, we want to, there's really no order. There's really no order what to add. I mean, yeah, there's an order on the recipe, but there's no order in your kitchen. I mean, it's all going to come together in the same spot. So I just like to follow this order. It's just preference. You can follow any order you want. All right, now, so that's nice and mixed up. We're going to take our sauteed spinach. We're going to add it into there with the eggs and the artichoke. And we're going to make that mix up a little bit. See how that's coming together? Looking really good. Remember, the spinach about 8 ounces. You can go more, you can go less. Next, what we want to do is we can add the milks. Well, again, you can use almond milk or you can use regular milk. We have people in our house that might have nut allergy problems, so I'm going to go ahead and use regular milk, and it's going to be 2 cups of regular milk, and it'd be equal 2 cups of almond milk if you like. And then there's 1, and then there's 2. Now, let's go back to mixing that up. Here we go. Whoa, there's milk flying everywhere. Slow down, Michael, slow down. All right. Just keeps getting better. Let's add our spices. Let's add our spices. Lemon pepper, about a teaspoon of lemon pepper. You don't want to overwhelm it. This is pretty potent and powerful, so you don't want to go too much of that. It can really overwhelm your dish. Even if you open it up, you can smell it come right out of there, the aroma. I just add a little bit there, a little bit more. So about a teaspoon or so, not any more than that because it will overwhelm your dish. We'll mix that in. And then we want to add some dill weed. Mix that up really good. Tablespoon of dill. Dill is another excellent Mediterranean flavor. So we'll do about a tablespoon of dill. There we go. We'll mix that dude up. Teaspoon of oregano will be next. For my oregano, we use a teaspoon of oregano. Again, you can add a little bit more if you like the oregano flavor. We do, so I'm going to add a little bit more. We got one more step, folks. And then we're going to pour this thing away. If you're feeling tired or you're getting dehydrated, your arm's getting wore out, just go ahead and get yourself a drink. That's what I do. That's what you should do. Don't get dehydrated while you're cooking. Drink plenty. Get a lot of liquids in you. Final step of the process is going to be, this is feta cheese. And I will open this up. You want to put the whole package. About 5 ounces. You can go a little bit more, you can go a little bit less, totally up to you. But I want to go ahead and put the whole package in. That's about 4. And I may add a little bit more as we go, but there we go. So we're done, folks. We are done. Congratulate yourself. Have another beer. Sip of it. Or if you drank your beer, you can have another one. That's what we look like. You can see I'm trying to bend this over a little forward for you. But I'm going to go ahead and pour it in this. Now, what I've done with this baking dish, sprayed it a little bit with a little nonstick. It helps the dish not stick to the edge and the side, stuff like that. It can burn and crust a little bit as it's baking, but this will help it. So what I'm going to do is just transfer the entire egg bake into the baking dish. And that's it. This is your Mediterranean oven omelet bake, ready to go. Again, 40 minutes, but one more thing here. I'll be right back, hang on. Sometimes I get to thinking, wait, what else would be good on this? Go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan on there. Parmesan cheese, why not? You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. I know some people in my house that like the Parmesan. And it does add a little good flavor to it. So I'm just sprinkling, just put a little topper on it. There we go. Parm. Put it in 40 minutes and we will be right back. Wait till you see how this thing turns out. Hi everybody, welcome back. Hey, we just taken our Mediterranean oven omelet bake out of the oven. It sat in there for 40 minutes at 375. Turned out fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it towards you to see what it looks like when it comes out. Nice little golden on the top. You can see the spinach. Boy, the aroma is just fantastic. So this one's gonna be a good batch, I can just tell. What I typically like to do is just cut it down and, I don't know, if this is just to serve it, 2, 3, 3 cuts, and it makes 4 rows. And I'm just going to go ahead and take one of these pieces out because I want to try this thing. I'm so hungry for it. I've been looking towards for it. There we go. That is the Mediterranean oven omelet bake. It's got eggs, garlic, artichoke hearts, some spices, milk. It looks fantastic. What I'm going to do is go ahead and slide this up, and I want to try it. It's still warm. I'm going to give it a shot. Now, here I go. I like to put ketchup on my stuff. That's called the Polish meat sauce. But I know it's not meat, but I call it the Polish meat sauce. A little bit of ketchup on it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it and taste it. See how it turns out. Ready? Here we go. It is good today. It is really, really good. Simple meal. Can make this thing the night before. You can make it that morning of. But hey, look, like I said, if you have people coming over for the holidays or a sleepover or something like that, you got a bunch of kids in the house, sleepover kids, make this up. It's super simple. Make it the night before. Pour it into the baking dish the next day. Put it in the oven for 40 minutes and you're done. It's fantastic. So great job on it. So you hope you like it. I hope you'll love it. Serve it to your family and your friends for breakfast. And you can have this for lunch as well. It's great heated up. Again, thanks for showing up on the Mediterranean oven omelet bake. Till the next time, look forward to seeing you. Na zdrowie.